Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad to hear this morning. Got a big show lined up, a special guest here in the studio. But first, our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. They're going to alleviate some of that traffic. I love watching road construction. It's always a good sign of progress and all. But most of the time, it's a little late because it's so congested. I got a tickle at my son yesterday. He was going to come out to the house, and he called. He said he was on the 390 parking lot. Which is Highway 390. If you would drive 390 in the afternoon, it's unbelievable. They are going to 6 lane that soon, but traffic, I think we're behind. I think the Department of Transportation dropped the ball several years back when we just didn't get all these roads 4 and 6 lane when we could have. But anyway, that's just my opinion. I guess I can do it here on my show. But let's go on with the weather. We've got a high today of 85, low tonight 66, and a water temperature of 83. River readings, Apalachicola, Bluntstown 3.3 and steady. And the Choctawhatchee at Caryville is 2.3 and it's steady. And it's going to be a great weekend to fish on the river. I promise you, it's going to be some really nice weather and the river's in good shape. Tide chart brought to us by Kent, Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. Looking there on the screen, today is going to be September the 24th. Good strong tides. We're going in a good shape here. High tide this morning at 7:30. It's going to be going out all day at about 5:05. So the morning's fishing this week has been excellent. We'll continue into the weekend. If you like to red fish and all, you're going to be able to get up in some high water, up in those, up in that grass and everything. And it's just going to be really good red fishing this weekend, all along West Bay and East Bay and Choctawhatchee Bay and those areas. Marine forecast northeast at about 10 to 15. Now let me go here with this, folks. I've got some. This is not breaking news. Scallop season ends today. I was wrong. Let me tell you what happened. And I appreciate the viewers telling me. I got phone calls, I got emails, I got text messages. Let's see, is there any other way to communicate with me? I got all of them. And I mentioned a couple of days ago that scallop season going out because I just briefly, and just when you don't pay attention to what you're doing, I knew last weekend some folks went, and I knew there's still some time left. I just 5 or 6 days, so I figured it's going to go out, and all season end on Sunday. I mean, it's just crazy, and I announced it, this weekend. And yesterday, Travis, the FWC officer, he and I talked about it. I was going to close this weekend, and man, after the show, I was driving. So anyway, I called Travis, and I said, double check that. He double checked it. He said, Coach, it ends. He said, I got 2 days, the 24th and 25th. Well, it actually ends at midnight tonight. Now, that's technically, it's 12 a.m. September 25th. So at 11:59, I guess you could grab a scallop. At 12 a.m. it's out. So don't go scalloping this weekend. I was telling Jeff before the show, I had plans this weekend. I had 2 big plans. Plan A was going on a big dove shoot, and that was put off for another week. So I can't do that Saturday. So then, plan B, I'm going scalloping. Well, I can't do that either. So I'm going to plan C this weekend. I'm not sure what it is. So anyway, scallop season is not open this weekend. My apologies. And I told Travis, I was going to tell my viewing audience, I told y'all that on purpose, see if y'all paid attention. But I just messed up on that. So anyway, don't go scalloping this weekend. Let's take a break. We'll be back with our guests. All right, welcome back, and welcome to a familiar character here, Michael Harris. Good morning, Michael. How you doing, buddy?
Good, Coach. How are you?
Doing well. Michael with Seasons of Hope, been on the show quite a bit, and we've been on a lot of trips with he and the kids he takes out fishing and hunting and all. So I called him the other day. I said, just come on the show. Let's give an update on what's going on and what's going to be happening this fall and everything. So he came on about a year ago. What's been going on in the past?
This summer we've been fishing, hog hunting. We have went down to South Florida, snook fishing, Goliath grouper. That was the first.
Yeah.
Got to do that, and we've just been doing basically just simple stuff with the kids, whatever they want to get outside and do.
I know. We've over the past year we've lost a couple of our young people and all. Which we knew was coming and all. It was always a sad, tough time when that does happen.
Yeah, the one we lost. You were with when you filmed, but they fight. They live longer than they're supposed to. So.
Yeah, and one of the things that Michael does, and all he does is help people. It's as simple as that. And and a lot of these folks are that he helps and all. It's sometimes the last time getting in the outdoors, and it's
Yep.
special. And he just didn't start this yesterday. How long have you been doing this now?
This will be our 10th year.
10th year. And I remember when it started, and it's an amazing story. So Seasons of Hope, look it up and all. Of course, it's always, I say we, I feel like I'm part of it.
You are.
And we could always use volunteers and people to help and all at different times. And it's, you've really been blessed as far as getting people to help and giving places to hunt, fish, and all, haven't you?
Yeah, so many generous people. Like Mike Miller always offers his place, and
Yep.
we need a place to stay, and he helps arrange stuff. There's a lot of generous people. Mr. Paul Stokes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Up around Alpha, and he's
Yeah.
working on some stuff.
So hog hunting and all. Well, we've got some pictures we're going to show you next segment, but we're just sort of touching base now and just giving you all the groundwork of what Seasons of Hope does. And of course, you see Michael, he's not in the best health and all, but look at him. I mean, he knows one speed and he just keeps on going. And I just admire him for what he does, and it's day in and day out. So now, with all that being said, what are some of your plans coming up for the fall and the winter and all?
This fall we're going to be doing a lot of rabbit hunting.
Rabbit hunting.
Yeah, with the beagles, the kids love that. That is a ball. That's fun. We started that 2 years ago. Was the first time we done it. It really took up. We're going to do some deer hunting with the dogs too. Just do some different stuff, and we're going to do some still hunts also. But for the fall, that won't be till January, February when we do the still hunting. But
Yeah.
fall we're going to do the rabbit hunting and stuff like that.
Now, rabbit hunting is a throwback to the old days. I mean, where originally people basically hunted rabbits for food.
That's right.
And had a lot of fun, and we get those little beagle puppies out there. Y'all got some beagles and all?
Yep, we go to Georgia.
Okay.
And Joby Maddox, he's got some champion dogs, and they're jam up there. It's just so much fun because you can see everything that goes on.
Yeah.
And watch the kids and all. It's good.
That's good. And well, they just love. They first of all love seeing it all. Then they love hearing the dog. But now seeing that dog chasing a rabbit, and that rabbit's gonna be always get away from him. It's like Wile E. Coyote. I mean, and then I know that's fun.
They just get excited just because they've never, especially when they've never done it.
To
hear the dogs, they love it. It's good.
All right. We're gonna take a break and come back and set up some of these pictures for you. Okay, welcome back. I have some emails and all. If I have time, I'm gonna read them and all. But first, I'm gonna get into these pictures and all. And we're talking about all the kids that you get to work with. They're not all terminal cases. We have some kids, and you mentioned a kid we're gonna show a picture of that lost his dad.
Yeah, kids in general.
Yeah. Kids in general. There's a great mixture. Some kids who are in great shape and all. And some kids who are in not in good shape and all, but the outdoors is a common denominator. All take them outdoors. Okay, let's look at some of these pictures. We're going to slide through some of these pictures and tell us about this first one here. What is this one?
Is that the hog?
Okay, hog hunting up there in Alpha with Paul Stokes.
That was with actually that was a Ricky Hill.
Okay, Ricky.
It's Braden, Colby Hill, and Brian Pitts as kids. They had a good time.
All right, then tell us about the Southeastern Youth Dog Hunters Association.
Yeah, the Southeastern Dog Hunter Association, they support all hunting of dogs with youth and in general. They do all kind of different stuff, but they do a lot of community stuff, and you can see that picture of all the kids, and they involve the kids. They love it.
Where was this taken? Do you remember?
That's over in Pensacola.
In Pensacola. All right. And Seasons of Hope, there's a big banner there. And look at those. Tell us about the dogs here.
Those coon dogs.
All
Went
right.
coon hunting one night. Just do it all, whatever they want to do.
They're in good shape. Look at them. They're posing for you.
They're pretty, yeah.
This is your truck.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
And so I wanted to show that it's got a lift where I can get in the passenger side.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I wanted to show that was to show people that you can still, there's no limit. You can go.
And you've been all over in this truck.
Yeah.
Where all have you been? Been to Louisiana?
Well, my first hunting trip, and it was with you actually.
That's right. We went up.
You got to drive. We went over to Mobile.
Went over there. Yeah, that was a fun trip.
Yeah, that was. But it's.
Yep. And we had a good time. Tell us about this little boy here with that puppy.
Yeah, that little fella there. He lost his dad a couple years ago.
Oh.
And that's and his dad loved to run dogs. And that's a puppy that they were one of their puppies. They have Allentown Kennels over there,
Uh-huh.
and they were part of the founders of Southeastern Dog Hunter Association, and he
Good picture there.
loves it. Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's a picture from some kids in Alabama. Well, no,
Yeah, that's a nice buck there.
yes, sir. That is a nice one.
All right, tell us about these dogs.
That is that's the Blackwater Field Trial they do every year. It's a big hunt where they'll turn loose about 300 dogs at one time, and that's Jimmy Cohen in the middle, and Chris, they help out a lot, and they.
Tell the folks, Michael, how they judge these dogs. They don't got the big numbers on them. What are some of the things they look for when they have these trials and all these field trials?
They judge them by speed and drive. Whenever
Okay.
when they see the game, the first dog to get there.
Okay.
First dog to get there, and so they see how many judges see the dog, and that's how they determine who wins. It's something when you go and you get.
And that's just that's as old as time itself. That's a good looking dog.
Yep.
Uh,
That's the same
do
kid
you know anything
again.
about this particular dog?
No, I don't know nothing about that one, but it's one of the ones that youth hunt.
All right. All right, let's go to fishing pictures. Tell us about this big old grouper.
Yeah, it's a Goliath grouper. It's they were with Captain Bo Johnson down out of Boca Grande. That's actually Ricky Lee. He's one of our helpers, and my niece Jillian and Braden. They went there. You see it on TV all the time, and they say it's just like you see on TV. They say it's a creature, prehistoric creature.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And they got it up there, got a picture of them, then they released them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
And,
all Braden talked about for 3 months, but after he watched him catch that one, he didn't even want the rod.
And the thing about that, no telling how many times that grouper's been caught and released.
Yeah, they all got hooks
And
on
what a great time. Everybody caught that fish, had a wonderful time catching them.
Yeah, they go to the same spot every day. All the guides down there do.
And that's down in Boca Grande?
Yep.
Yeah. Was around those docks down there?
Yeah.
Around the dock? I know. I think I know about the spot you're talking about.
Yeah, right there with those phosphate.
Yep.
Big
The phosphate dock.
Yep,
Yep.
phosphate docks. That's what.
Scott Lindsay and I talked about. He hooked one in there one time. He never could get it out. But I know that's a lot of fun.
It took them. They were 2 out of 14.
How many?
They caught 2 for 14.
Is that all?
They
How long
hooked-
did it take them to land
They
that?
hooked 14 about 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
They got 650-pound test on a 50-wide reel.
650 pound
Yeah.
fish.
Basically no drag. You just gotta. As soon as they hook them, they back up with the boat.
The boat pulls them out
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Then you just gotta hold on.
So when the others y'all lost, did the line just break or something? Or?
No, the line actually. They said the line was all frayed up, but they just get off, but the line wouldn't break. But 650-pound test on him sound.
Great. Hey, now what kind of bait they throw in there for them?
Actually, they went and they bowfished stingrays before they went.
Ah.
They went on the flat that morning and bowfished stingrays and used stingrays.
So just threw the stingray out there.
Yep.
That's interesting.
And free line. It's not been in 40 foot of water where they're fishing.
Yeah.
They
40
bow.
foot. And I tell you something too about the grouper. They're bottom feeders. They're gonna sit there on that bottom, and those stingray's gonna be there, and that's gonna be candy to them.
Yeah, they go with Bo Johnson. He's such a good guy. Like they get to do that. They go out and they get to catch the bait, and then they go bow fishing and take that and they caught some cobia that day.
That was a good trip.
Yeah.
And how many kids got to go on that? You had several people on it.
There was a bunch of us down there, but only 4 people went fishing.
I was supposed to go on that trip, but something came up.
Yeah, you were.
Which is not unusual. I remember I was invited, and something did come up. I wish I'd have gone on that. That'd been some great video.
Well, the good thing is we can go again.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Captain Bo Johnson said come anytime.
Did he really? Did he say any particular time of year to do it?
No, the tarpon in May.
Yeah.
In May, June, and July. And the other guy, we actually went with 2 guides, him and Thomas Fisher. They call him Fish. He took them snook fishing.
Oh.
And they're phenomenal. They caught about 60 snook.
And you said you had some snook pictures, and we'll show them.
I had to dig them up.
You like me, you got so many pictures. Isn't that hard to
I'm
find?
technologically challenged.
Well,
Had to get Jeff to help us out on that.
that's all in around the Boca Grande area.
Yes, sir. Charlotte Harbor, Boca
Yeah,
Grande. Down
and
there.
that is a unique place, and I had a great tarpon trip down there. But that shows you a great big tarpon and snook and big grouper.
Yes.
And so when you're able to take the kids down there, I know they have a great time.
Oh, yeah, it's a ball.
Yeah, it's a special place. All right, I'm gonna go with y'all next time. We're gonna take our final break, and we got a lot more to do, so we'll be right back with Michael Harris of Seasons of Hope. All right, we just got to move things around and everything to make room. Sitting here with Michael Harris. Welcome back to the show. Let's do our fishing game forecast first. Here's our time for today. I'm just going to hold it right here. Brought to us by Mark Cowett of Counts Real Estate. 9:24 to 11:24 this morning. 9:52 to 11:52 tonight. Now that morning tide that coincides what we talked about earlier in the show about an incoming tide. It's going to be excellent fishing in the morning. So take advantage of that if you can. All right. I also want to. Let's go ahead and do this, Michael. We're going. I got another prize for our fall giveaway, our 2000 show giveaway. Some really nice binoculars, Simmons binoculars, and that's going to make it. They're 10 by 42s, really nice. I have a pair just like this, and that's going to be for one of the winners that has registered for this year at any time. And speaking of people, I'm getting a lot more people registering. Laura Bush from Weewall, you're in the pod. Got a nice email. I'm going to read that email later. And Mike Bush from Weewall, okay? I also want to add Ray Landers from Vernon. Always great to have you folks watching them all around the Panhandle. So send your name in. We're going to be doing a drawing about the first week or so of November, which is a little bit over about a month away, about 4 or 5 weeks away, okay? Now, also, I have several emails. I may just read these on the show tomorrow. So I can spend more time with Michael here, because we're talking about, let me show two more quick pictures. This picture here, I've got a video. This is our fishing trip last Saturday on the Lady J, and it was a fun trip with all those folks from up around Valdosta. Wow. And we caught a bunch of amberjack and some grouper and all. It was just a good trip. And I've got a video coming of this trip, a pretty long video, so it's coming up in a couple of days. Miss Gail's been editing on it, and she makes miracles out of my camera work, because I can really move that camera around, can't I, Michael?
Yes. Somebody's got some sore arms, too, from the look of that picture.
Yeah, and this was a very special trip to me, and I didn't know it till the time I actually went, because, of course, I knew Tony Bass, but the rest of the other 10 folks I didn't know. And a situation like that, we talked about it before. You meet on an outdoor trip. You meet in the morning as strangers, yep, and you leave in the afternoon as friends. Yep. And that's how this trip was. But in addition, that boat we fished on was a Jeff Gilman built boat, and that was a smooth riding boat. The late Jeff Gilman built it over here in Millville, and I just happened to be in 2001. I went to this boat launching of that boat, and I just videoed it. This was way before I started a TV show. I just finished my book, and I was really into the boat building, and there wasn't many boats being built, and Jeff built that over in Millville. And I actually coached Jeff in football. He was my quarterback in JV football 100 years ago. And his son went through Mosley, outstanding baseball player. I think signed about almost $1 million. And
yeah,
you know the Gilmans.
Yeah, we hunt with him, hog hunt.
Yeah, good folks. Yeah. And so it made it special to be on that boat. But I don't want to tell you all about it, but it was just a great time we had there. And we'll talk more about it. One more picture, one of my students from last year, Miss Taylor White, and she and her boyfriend went out and got some nice redfish right there. And she texted me that picture yesterday. She was all tickled about it. So Taylor, good job there, honey. So anyway, keep those pictures coming. It just tells you what's going on in the area. That's a good offshore fishing trip. And then we also had a really good time they did on the inshore trip. Okay, let's talk about how can we, as outdoorsmen and just as good folks, help Michael Harris and all the folks who are at Seasons of Hope. So Michael, tell us what we can do.
Well, we always need volunteers, people that want to come help and spend time with the kids, just genuine people. You don't know. Yeah. There's nothing to it really. It's just a lot of people think it's, they're real standoffish, and it's these kids don't meet strangers. They just they're excited. I've been in tree stands with them. I've never met them. We meet. We'll get in a tree stand, and like I say, you climb down at the end of the hunting trip, and he's got a friend for life. Well, a lot of the times that's 2 or 3 days out of their element. Yeah. Even if they're sick, or they're going through things in their life, whatever they may be going through.
You got a good point there. It's not just coming out for just one little hunt or one little fishing trip. They spend several days on a trip.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. Well, we provide everything for them.
If you cannot provide some of your time as volunteering and all, I'm sure you can take financial donations because
Yeah,
it takes money to drive places
Sure.
and to feed them and they eat good, don't they?
yeah. Especially up at Mike Miller's place. You
We-
go there, you're
Mike
gonna
Miller,
eat.
Mike Miller puts on a good
Yeah,
cookout.
Mike Pettis can cook, can he?
Shout out to Mike Pettis.
Yeah, no doubt.
They do good. So, any little thing we can do, we always.
And land, if people want to take somebody.
Yeah, if you have a
don't
good
have to
piece of
be-
property, and a lot of times we can put a ground blind up and just
Sure.
get somebody in it, and now you have insurance and all that, your organization and
Well, we have release form.
release forms
Yes,
and all
sir.
that kind of stuff. So
We have release liability, so we do all that. The kids sign that, and
and
we can get
I
the
know what I was
land
going to
on
ask you too. How's that boat coming over Mike Miller's up for you to
it.
get?
It's coming.
It's just coming.
It's coming.
We got to
We
get on.
finally-
We got to get on that pretty soon and get it finished.
Well, no, we actually, we got the money. We just got to get it done. So
Okay.
it's coming.
All right. This is a boat that was donated to Seasons of Hope, and Mike had some folks working on it in between the big jobs, and we ran out of money one time, so we got some more
Yeah.
money. Now we got to get some more time. So that's going to help a lot.
Yeah, I need to call Mandy today. Thanks for reminding me.
Call Mandy and tell her that I may go back and change her grade in my class if she don't
Yep.
go ahead and.
Good chance.
They work hard over there. So all right, we're gonna have to wrap things up, buddy. So what you got coming up right away?
Right away, we're going to start. We're going to Georgia. Georgia opens in a couple weeks. We're going there.
Okay.
And I also want to tell people if they want to go to Southeastern Dog Hunter Association Facebook page
Okay.
and check them out because they help us tremendously. They're doing a lot of good stuff.
Give these kids a lot of opportunities.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We like to help. The ones that help us, we like
Okay.
to support them.
And the spectrum of help that we give kids, those kids, some of them have terminal illnesses and some just have some illnesses and some just are healthy, but we just help all kids.
Sure. Just
So,
kids. That's our future.
That's right. That's our future. Well, Michael, thank you for coming on, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you soon. And folks, thank y'all for watching Panhandle Outdoors. And always have some donation want to give, check out Seasons of Hope. They're good folks and they help a lot of people. You be sure to do something good for somebody today. You have a great day. Get outdoors and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.